in conjunction with the Seahawks right now, because we've really worked hard to address what's gone wrong so far with this team. And the biggest debate we've had has been scheme versus talent.
Yeah.
Right? Is it the coaching or is it the players that have been chosen to play on especially this defense? I still don't know the answer to that. But Brock brought up an idea yesterday that at least leads me to wonder about leadership. And I don't know that anything's gone wrong with the leadership, but Brock asked, hey, a lot of the criticism has come to Jamal and Bobby, your two highest paid players on this defense, guys who are right there in the middle of things on the defensive side, right where the issues seem to be occurring in the middle of the field. Are they talking after games?
Jamal didn't talk after the last game, right?
Jamal's barely talked after games. Bobby hasn't talked since Tennessee after a game. Now, that's not to say they're ducking the media. They are both giving their midweeks, press conferences, and they are talking to the media. So this is not a shot taken at all against either one of those two guys. I have no ill will towards either of them. I think Bobby, when you talk about being a pillar of the community and that role as a captain, he's been as good at it as anybody. So this is not, honestly, I really mean it. These are not shots at those two guys. But I was just asking Brady Henderson, like, hey, how much of they talked after these losses? And Adams did a couple of times. He talked after the Colts, Titans, and 49ers. So 2 wins and the one, loss where it looked like, you could have won. Bobby only spoke after the Titans. That was Brady's memory. So that may be off. But it is interesting that, for the last couple of weeks, Minnesota, right, and then the loss on Thursday night, where you're getting gashed in the middle of the field. And we talked to Pete afterwards, and is it the cornerbacks? Well, it's everybody, but he keeps mentioning the linebackers and what they need to do and the safeties and what they need to do. And you're not hearing from the two guys that are being paid the most amount of money. Quandre Diggs is out there every time, and he's got his thoughts. So, again, it's not a rip job on Bobby. It's not a rip job. I know you may feel like it is. I honestly mean that it is not. But I think it is an interesting question about leadership. Is that one of the things, the way the coach's message filters through the captains on the team to the rest of the group. There are 3 captains on this team, Russell Wilson, Bobby Wagner, and Nick Bellore. They're the 3 captains of the Seahawks. I don't know that anything's wrong with leadership. I don't know that anything's wrong with coaching. I don't know that it's wrong with talent. But as we search to figure out why this team is 2-3, and all of a sudden you got some concerns about how things may have changed this year, it's another way of asking questions and another view of it to determine where they can improve. Bobby spoke yesterday. Let's be clear. He's still out there talking.
This is a copycat league. And so when you put something on tape and when you have something attack you, teams will mimic that, whether it's the exact same play or they do it in a different formation, a different look, different personnel, and they try to do it. And so it's on us as players to get that corrected. Like I said, there's been stuff that we've done over the years that have shown up on tape, and it took us a second to correct it, but once it was corrected, we stopped seeing that show up in games because we fixed the problem. But until we fix the problem, then I don't see it leaving.
Yeah, so Bobby's speaking, but it's interesting that in that moment, the guys left to answer the questions are some of the younger or newer players on the team. And it made me think at least about what we saw with the Mariners this year. You may remember a game where Joe Smith, veteran reliever, known as one of the great clubhouse guys in the game, got the team in trouble. He gave a bunch of hits or whatever it was, and Drew Steckenrider had to come in an impossible spot and try to dig them out of it. And he couldn't get him out of it, and so, Steckenrider got tagged with the loss and the blown save and all of that. And after the game, Joe Smith wouldn't let Steckenrider talk. Steckenrider's got to go answer the music, right? I mean, he's the one, face the music, answer the questions. He's the guy who had screwed the thing up, and so he's going to be out. No. Joe Smith stepped in front of him. Nope, sorry. Let me be clear. I'm the one who put you in the position. I'm the veteran, and this is what he said that day.
When you give up an out, a 0-out triple like I did, when Steck comes in, he's been absolutely unbelievable for us all year, and especially since I've gotten here. And it just puts him in a spot where he's got to make the perfect pitches. I mean, what we saw to him tonight was not him, and it's not how he pitches. But that's on me. I mean, if he gets a single off me, I think it's a different feel for the inning with Steck coming in. If I get him out, it's obviously a different feel.
I love that. I thought it was great the way he stepped in front of it. That to me is a good version of. Is he the captain of that team? No, but he showed great leadership in that moment. I got a texter right off the bat. I knew this text would be coming, and it's fine. I'm ready for it, and it's a good argument. Salk, I think it's important to point out that being responsible and taking leadership does not require ever saying anything to the media. Don't lose perspective. Just because you're in the media, they aren't accountable to you or to us. They're accountable to their teammates. You're right. I agree with you. This is not me complaining about Marshawn Lynch not talking, and I'm not even complaining. I'm just saying that there are opportunities. The media is a fact of life for a team. And when you're losing, the pressure from the media and the questions from the media get harder to answer. That's a fact of life for a professional athlete. And when you're on a team, who has to deal with the media? Who has to answer those questions? Who's got to be the public face of trying to answer awful questions about why you're losing or why you're giving up the same concept over and over and over again? That stinks to have to deal with. The media can be a huge problem for a player in that spot. The issue isn't about being responsible or required to talk to the media. It's about who's going to step up into that spot and deal with it so that the young players, so that the innocent players don't necessarily have to. And it just seems like an opportunity, another opportunity for guys like Bobby, Jamal, et cetera, to step up, not just on the field, but off of it. I'm not criticizing them for what's happened. I'm not criticizing them for speaking or not speaking. It's an opportunity, though, for that leadership to say, hey, it was me. Yeah, I know that you're mad at Trey Flowers. It's me. I'm not doing a good enough job. I gave up the leadoff triple. I'm the one who should have made the different pass, and caused the turnover that led to the problem. It's just an opportunity to step up and take bullets.
Yeah, it's the I in loss and the we in victory, right?
That's right. And Russell's done that, I think, admirably over the years, and it's an opportunity now for other players to try to do the same thing.